My fellow Americans, 4 years ago, we launched a great national effort to rebuild our country, to renew its spirit, and to restore the allegiance of this government to its citizens. In short, we embarked on a mission to make America great again. Make America great again.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
We better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Next, I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to write it down.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right?
Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump is not going to be president.
This race, effectively, as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race.
This is a Fox News election alert. Donald J. Trump is the president of the United States elect.
Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States.
Donald J. Trump will become the 45th president of the United States. This is a moment a lot of people are going to remember.
It's going to be a beautiful thing.
President-elect Trump tweeted that his inauguration would bring record numbers of people to Washington.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
A government photographer edited photos of Donald Trump's inauguration crowd.
Top Iranian general has been killed in an airstrike while leaving the Baghdad airport.
He's been called a monster, and he's no longer a monster. He's dead.
I moved on her like a bitch.
In the latest edition of New York Magazine, a woman claimed that President Trump assaulted her.
She would not be my first choice, that I can tell.
2 more women have come forward.
He did touch my vagina through my underwear.
I pushed his chest, put space between us, and I said, "Come on, man, get real," as he began thrusting his genitals.
He just shoved his tongue down my throat.
The president insisting he knew nothing about the $130,000 paid to the adult film star by his attorney, Michael Cohen.
I am providing a copy of a $35,000 check. How many times did Mr. Trump ask you to threaten an individual or entity on his behalf? 50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
500 times?
Probably.
President Trump fires off a shocking tweet calling porn star Stormy Daniels horseface.
And now President Donald Trump has become just the 3rd president in U.S. history to be impeached.
The Russian government meddled in the 2016 presidential election.
But this is what the end result is.
We're going to build a wall. We're going to have a shutdown. There's nothing we can do about that.
Because Democrats will not fund border security. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Trump's travel ban is immoral, it's disappointing, and it's wrong.
Mr. Trump's recently appointed chief strategist, Bannon, has helped to rally fringe conservatives in the alt-right movement.
Bannon is charged with orchestrating a multi-million-dollar fraud.
A horrific scene in Charlottesville, Virginia, a white nationalist rally that descended into deadly violence and chaos.
Very fine people on both sides, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, nobody has done what I've done. Blacks for Trump or African Americans for Trump?
President Trump says the U.S. military is locked and loaded in its confrontation with North Korea.
Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren has already said she will give serious thought to a run in 2020.
Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, seriously. This is with regard to the construction of the Keystone Pipeline.
Well, the Labour MP Chris Bryant has said that Donald Trump should be arrested if he comes to the United Kingdom for, quote, inciting religious hatred.
Tonight, billionaire Jeffrey Epstein is sitting in jail accused of sex trafficking underage girls.
I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do,
and many of them are on the younger side.
I wish her well.
President Trump believes climate change is a hoax.
All of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax.
I think I know more about the environment than most people. The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
At least 6 people have died in an outbreak of the new coronavirus.
It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear. I am officially declaring a national emergency.
We want to get rid of this mess that China sent us.
The Chinese virus. The China virus. Kung flu. I saved hundreds of thousands of lives.
Bombshell revelations come in a new book from Bob Woodward, in which President Trump says he intentionally downplayed the severity of the coronavirus.
The U.S. is now reporting more COVID-19 deaths than anywhere else in the world.
We're doing a great job.
We heard the president say that he wanted to trade Puerto Rico for Greenland.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera, TV.
We may be banning TikTok.
The president has colored in his flag with a blue stripe.
I'm the least racist person in this room.
Tonight, more calls for racial equality and police accountability as protesters march into a third weekend of demonstrations.
What do you want? What do you want?
As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers.
Growing fire emergency in California. Multiple blazes breaking out across the state. Fast-moving fires shutting down major highways and destroying homes.
It'll start getting cooler. Stand back and stand by.
Will you tell us how much you paid in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017?
Millions of dollars.
The year Donald Trump won the presidency, he only paid $750 in federal income taxes.
The president and first lady have announced that they have both tested positive for the coronavirus. Joe Biden has been elected president of the United States.
Winning is easy. Losing is never easy. Not for me, it's not. If you count the legal votes, I easily win.
U.S. officials have said this presidential election was the most secure in American history.
Don't talk to me that way. The mail-in voting scam is the latest part of their 4-year effort to overturn the results of the 2016 election. We're going to walk down to the Capitol because you'll never take back our country with weakness. We love you. You're very special. I know how you feel.
What happened here today was an insurrection.
The biggest betrayal of any president of the United States in our history.
10 Republicans voted to impeach the president today.
Donald Trump has just become the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice.
Donald Trump's legacy will be to be qualified as the worst president in American history.
He will go down in history as the worst president ever.
He's the worst president the country's ever had. He will go down as the worst president ever.
Donald Trump's legacy is that he goes down as the worst president in American history.
This guy is the worst ever.
The final, terrible, indelible legacy of the 45th President of the United States. Undoubtedly our worst.